everyone heading in, you know, the usual drop spot, so to speak, and looking at that circle. We've seen the circle so many times, XP. I've lost count.
So many times now. Quickly, we did kind of brush up on INES. It's going to be a bit tricky for them this time because they're not just going to face off one Mongolian team. It could be two because Seal9 love heading to the North City as well. And talking about facing off, the winners from the last game, the Blood Legion, going up against the Dead Eyes guys.
Extra player for Blood Legion to slowly congregate onto their position.
Kind of seems like this is the watering hole and one of those leopards or panthers was just trying to, you know, crawl their way, prance their way towards the enemy. Little did they know that the enemy might have an idea. They are anticipating this, of course, Hungrybox and Shifu all by the lonesome. They should be waiting in for the remainder of Dead Eyes guys to come in, swoop in, so to speak, and help them out. But again, the patience that is being exhibited by these boys is...
And they're going to be drawing first blood as finally the push comes in from Blood Legion, but it is going to be Hungrybox who is going to get the kill and the knock and the kill. Ryan, he's going to be taken on down. The push going to be coming on in, and Hungrybox unfortunately won't be able to hold them off. He will be finished off, so the trade does take place as the remaining member of Dead Eyes guys are going to be pushing on in. Shifu barely alive, and he will be knocked on down. Leo trying his best to get the knock onto the player here. It's going to be Suyog, but Suyog's doing a fantastic job just running around, dodging and weaving the bullets. One bullet is all he needs to get the guy above, but he is so very low as well. He's going to get the knock, and now it's a 1v1. Leo's managed to heal himself. He's going to drop one down, but he catches him in midair, and Suyok plucks him out from the sky, and Blood Legion will fall. Deadeye's guys, the patience works out for them, as meanwhile Icy is going to try and get his vengeance against the members of INES.
That was just perfect. I told you, I kind of mentioned about Rayon's position, from Blood Legion. Now, the moment that flank went down, it allowed the remainder of Dead Eyes guys to push in and basically back their teammates up, and that was just played to perfection. Of course, Suyog, the man of the moment, with his Vector low HP, getting the job done. Now, I like the fact that INES kind of realized that, you know, they are one member down, so they are going to anticipate that... Oh! Now they are definitely going in for the kill.
I love how Zeus is like, wait, you can take one of us down? You come at the king, you best not miss, baby. And they're going to go pushing on in here. Gazor down on his knees is going to be crawling his way. And look at Godless pushing in. He's not giving them any respite whatsoever. He can actually catch them off guard while Clutch is going in for the res. Godless, he's got the nade perfectly primed, and he finishes off the job. Gazor will fall, and Clutch won't stay alive for much longer here. He is crawling around, hoping desperately for some respite to arrive. But Zeus, they are showing them why they are such a dangerous force to contend against.
And they're not done yet. They've kind of figured out where the last member is. Icy almost getting knocked off his feet as he dismounts from
He's
that
still taking the
vehicle.
fight! He doesn't heal himself, he takes the fight!
Now,
what a lunatic!
Now, mind you, this is when Godless and Zeol are going to be coming in on his position as well. Nude is going to be in a world of trouble. There you have it. And that's all she wrote. Now, I've got a little bit of a thing I want to point out over here because we are going to have a little lull. Nude and his teammates should have moved in a lot quicker. That was a little bit of a mistake I kind of have as far as INES go. But now as the action is going to continue, Carnage are out on the prowl.
Well, one of them is down. Manish has been knocked on down because all four of them are in separate vehicles. That means there was no one nearby to go in for the rest. Snipe will also be spotted out. True Love riddling his body with bullets, and that's an early death for the side of Carnage. It doesn't know.
Have a look at God. Again, you said it. These guys do not care whether it's an entire squad. They go for the kill as A1 Esports is pushing in on T2K.
And he finishes off Nightwing. With that, Venom Legends will be done for. Will be out for the count as A1 pushing up against T2K as I pointed out. Now T2K, Jane with Sarga, they're holding the line. They're holding the front lines. Blah, blah, blah is going to deploy smoke early on, which is interesting. Molotov's raining on in, and with Sarga, he is just going to try pre-nading the entrance. And A1 not really risking it by pushing up ahead blindly. They're taking a sweet time, clearing out the usual angles using utility, but while all of this is happening, Sinister's coming in from the side. He's providing cover, he's providing eyes as to where the other members of T2K are.
However, he's got to be careful because all this commotion is going to catch the eye of Stalwart Flex as Dante seems like he's going to make his move inside the circle.
And Sinister from the perfect angle, he's going to find one. He's provided information where Utsarga is as well, and blah blah blah, left alone now basically in a 1v4.
In a 1v4, he's got to make sure he deploys enough grenades just to cast them off guard. I think Dante is going to take the full brunt of it. Oh, almost getting the knock over there, but he does get jaxed. Dante finally getting taken down by that secondary grenade play.
That is huge from blah blah blah. Can he get a finish though is the question. He's still getting shot at. He can pretty much pull this off alone. They've all taken a bit of damage. He's got to finish off the job looking for more, but in the end, he will eventually fall. A1 Esports, he made them bleed though. He made them bleed. Valiant effort coming in from him, but in the end, T2K will fall. They will be the third team to be eliminated as Seal9 now going up against PN Crew, who have been looking fantastic so far.
Fantastic indeed. Of course, this fight is going to take at the opposite spectrum of the circle. We are all the way up north over here, just a little shy of the new circle, which is still 50% in the water, just the way we like it. But now C9 are making the right decision to move back just a little bit, because again, you do want to get to the next zone before you kind of get pinched out. And now they do have a few options. They have their vehicles parked. They can still take that little route along the beach. As you can see, Spooky moving in. Now, I like the fact that he... Oh, that's what I was talking about. One alive, and now they are going to be heading towards... That is not good. You do not want to get caught out in that position. They are going to park their buggies to give a little bit of cover. Now, of course, you do want to deploy smokes as well. There you have it. The smokes are going to be deployed. And, well, Blay, is he going to get the revive?
Is, but I'm scared. That vehicle, if it explodes, it could be disastrous. But 9boy, with a great shot, with some great suppressing fire, he's going to find Uzum. There's some stalwart flex who are also on the beach. 7C are going to join the party as well, but they still need to cross their road. Smokes, like you mentioned, like you pointed out, being deployed, as Johnny's been going to be dropped as well from stalwart flex. So, fantastic job from A1. They're going to continue the trajectory.
Lucky he got knocked in that little dip, though.
Oh, he did. He really was fortunate.
Themselves, but looks like Demon needs to worry about someone far, far away. There we're talking about Dante's positioning, and the blue zone is going to come in and do the rest. There you have it. Two teams again getting eliminated in quicks
as well. Look at Godless, man. He's announcing his presence. Like, okay, you want to come at me? You best not miss, and he's not going to miss a shot. Oh, almost gets taken down, though. His helmet's gone. He's got to use his first aid kit. He's got a couple of first aid kits, a few energy drinks and painkillers to work with, and he's got a little bit of a depression, of some cover to work with. What he's got to do is ensure no one pushes up close, and he's harassing them. He's harassing A1. He's the only player who actually has an angle onto the side of A1 Esports.
And you know, that actually kind of gives 1952 a couple of moments to just sneak in. High Voltage and Venom Legends seem to be going up against one another. Now, he did know that his game was over, and you know, valiant effort by Zeus Esports, getting eliminated in this 8th position, if I'm not wrong. But again, they had 5 kills played.
They had 5 kills again. High fracking team that they are, but right now we're going to be switching perspective to that of Venom Legends, who are going up against High Voltage. High Voltage inside of the compound, Venom Legends having to go in for the push. They are a player down, have a player knocked, so it's basically right now a 2v3. High Voltage doing a great job taking down Void. Now it's all on one member of Venom Legends. It's going to be Steel Shot, and it's going to go up against 3 members here. They've got to be careful. They're also going to be shot by multiple players. Steel Shot down to half HP. He's going to finish off the job finishes of 1 player. 2 more to find for the side of High Voltage, and Steel Shot trying third person to spot the player out, but there's a crate providing him a little bit of cover.
He has him.
And he knows where he is. When Steel Shot's going to go for the smart play, he is going to go for a run. He's going to run away, head for the hills, and play for the placement points, which in my opinion is a smart play.
Is a smart play indeed, but now the circle, the question is, are we going to go out towards the beach? Oh, DRS Gaming are going to be a happy bunch. The circle has pretty much shifted right towards them, which means now all they have to do is hold, only get shot by DRS, but Havoc could be a little spoiled sport as well. And as you mentioned, Spooky has made it to that little bit of water still inside the circle.
And it's so unfortunate for A1. I really believe they went for the right play, trying to take the beach control early on, but the circle moves away from them, and right now they're going to run out of smokes at some point or the other, and the vehicles have been completely wrecked here. Galden's going to find Dante, and Jax finds DRS's Boro, and A1, they are getting pinned down.
My eyes are on the minimap right now, and let me just tell you one thing. Deadeye's guys did a wonderful thing. They realized that the compound is going to be occupied. They are going down south, away from the zone to finish off. There you have it. High Voltage have been finished off. Beautiful, beautiful thinking on Deadeye's guys' part, which means they are the only other team who have 3 members that can potentially take on a 4-man DRS.
Let's not forget Seal9. They still have that one player, that's Spooky, in a little bit. And 9boy, what can he do? He's outside of the circle. He can't move in. He's done for A1 Esports. They get massacred out in the open on the beaches. High Voltage, though, getting knocked down earlier on 8 points. A1 with 9 kills, a fantastic showing, all things considered. And DRS now, as you pointed out, they have 4 alive, but Deadeye's guys with 3, and Spooky in the water has been spotted out. A1 knows where he is, and he has his eyes peeled. He wants that kill.
It is all going to come down to DRS, and
look at the circle,
and the circle is still on DRS. Now these boys are going to be elated. However, they can't get complacent. They do have 8 kills, which means they've already potentially wiped out 2 entire squads. But one tiny mistake could be their downfall. Now Spooky, I do not see Spooky getting out of it unless he actually really scares his opposition and does a little bit of a peekaboo, but that is not going to be enough. And I guess he's going to have to contend with 3rd position. Now Deadeye's guys have been spotted out, as AJ is going to put Spooky finally.
You have to be Careful though. Say they're out in the open of the road. Nice trade coming in from Wadu, but he will get knocked down. Seal9 finally getting knocked out. He's down to the final 5 left alive in the circle, and 2 teams for the chicken dinner. Suyok, last man alive. DRS, they have 3 members still standing. Mr. Boro is on his knees, but it's going to be okay. Nades being thrown into his direction, but it's going to fall a little short of his position, but the bullets are grazing his top, and Uyok's deploying every bit of utility he has, but he is pinned down, and Mafia Ninja will read him his last rites. A fantastic outing from DRS. The circle did favor them, but they played that one to perfection.
The real soldiers getting the job done.